Hello YouTube, this is Thompson737 bringing you another video, another update for the 1/400 scale Mediterranean, Spanish Mediterranean themed airport. So this is again quite a big update based on 2010. So including this update, we have 11 updates to go. So basically, I'm doing an update per year. And going to be working our way towards 2019, obviously before the pandemic hit, before COVID-19. Because I think obviously airports like this would have gone very quiet, obviously, in 2020, and not much sort of really to show during that period. I could maybe do a 2021 update, potentially. But again, it's all been a bit hit and miss this year. After this project, once we've done all the remaining sort of 11 updates, including this one, we'll be looking to do maybe like a bit of a smaller project. Not really my choice as such, but I will be moving, maybe having like a little project upstairs in my new bedroom. With obviously bigger space. I'm probably able to accommodate maybe like a 3x2 foot kind of setup. One of which is going to be like a US themed airport because I've been collecting no end of Southwest models lately. Certainly the Canyon Blue. And also after that, probably focus on like a little kind of UK kind of based airport, which is going to be very basic. Kind of like a depiction really on Doncaster Airport. Not a replica, but kind of similar style, with like one single taxiway for the main apron, in and out kind of thing. So kind of that kind of concept. Again, it's not really my choice. I still live with my mum and dad, my parents, but it's just they want to move stuff around in this room, and that kind of thing. Again, I've got a kind of idea to what they want since I still live with them, but I don't mind too much because I'm also selling a lot of models as well. I have a full list of models to sell. If you follow me on Instagram or even on Facebook groups, you probably would have seen my posts. If anybody's interested, there's a lot more models than I previously had, including the ones that I previously listed as well. So if anybody's interested, get in touch, and we'll certainly, be willing to obviously share the list if there is any interest. Or if you just want to throw like any models you're looking for, see if I've got them in the comments, then I will answer you if I have it or not, and so on. So that's pretty much it, guys. So like I say, we're going to continue doing updates on this. But obviously, eventually, there will be a time where it will, no longer be. And it is a bit, like I say, it's nice to get all these models out that are probably from the past now. A lot of these you don't really see flying in the modern day, which is a shame. But I think that's the whole idea of going back and doing what I'm doing, is to kind of go back in time and showcase a lot of models that I kind of just stored away. But yeah, let's get into the update because I don't want to kind of keep rabbiting on and make the intro too long. So as always, bit of a different perspective, this one, just to accommodate all the aircraft and angles and stuff. But pushing back, we have this Thompson Fly 737-800 GC-DZI. This is operating out to Gatwick, as you can see, being pushed back there from the stand. Next up, we have this Monarch A330-200 registration GEOMA. This is operating a service from and to Manchester. And panning across, we have this Ryanair 737-800 registration EIDWL. This is the NG version. 2009, this should have, I think it's Girona, it should have like a Girona sticker at the back. I think it's Girona, it could be something else, but unfortunately this model doesn't have that. Whether it didn't have this this particular stick in 2009, I'm not sure. But again, just a bit of an exception there. So you could argue, it wasn't necessarily active as such like it is in this setup in this year, but again, just a little bit of an exception. The actual aircraft was active, but the actual livery did have like an additional sticker, is what I'm saying. Next up, we have an Airberlin A330 200. Also, it's in the Airberlin scheme, but I also think it was still part under the LTU name. So registration DALPE. This is operating service from and to Dusseldorf. I have to say, really happy that I've managed to get the majority of the Airberlin models that I wanted. There's still one or two that I'm looking for, or kind of, I won't say I'm looking for, but if I come across it, I'd probably try and get it. But I've got the majority that I wanted, so I'm fairly happy. We have the return of the first choice 767-300, obviously a custom, registration GOOBK. This is also operating a service from and to Manchester. Then taxiing past, we have this TAP Portugal A321. This is operating registration CSTFJ, and this is operating out to Lisbon. And if we pan across to the far side, we have this TNT. Most of the cargo usually goes down the other side, but this time we've got this positioned on this remote stand. TNT 737-300, registration OOTNG, and this is operating a flight from Malmo. Not sure, obviously it's getting serviced, but not entirely sure where it'll be heading back out to. Obviously cargoes are always a bit hit or miss, knowing where they're going to and from. Taxiing out, taxiing past all the activity that we can see. We have this Spanair MD-83 in the Star Alliance scheme. Registration ECGOM. This is operating a service from and to Madrid. To be fair, it would have been nice to have maybe like a standard Spanair colours MD, but I've never got round to getting one of them. But I'm happy enough to have this. I've also got A320 and A321s as well. So yeah, nice to have them. Then on the remote stands, we have a Air Nostrum CRJ 900, registration ECJZV. This is also operating a short service from and to Madrid. Then next up, pretty much ready to go. You can imagine the APU running and pretty much anti-collision lights not yet on, but almost ready to depart. Obviously cones still at the aircraft, but they will be removed shortly. Getting ready to depart. We have this Britair, part of the Air France, CRJ 700, registration FGRZN. This is operating service from and to Paris, Orly. Then next up we have this Air Baltic 737-300, yet again another custom. Registration YLBBI. This is operating a flight from and to Riga. And then next up we have this BMI 737-500, which if I just zoom in ever so slightly a bit more, this is sporting, we've had this obviously feature before, but in this episode we have it sporting the balloon scheme in aid of children in need. Registration GBVKB, and this is operating service from and to Birmingham. Then pan across. Yet again another custom. We have this TUI-Fly 737-800 D80UB. This is heading out to Frankfurt. I will just say I've probably got a lot of departures in this update rather than arrivals, but yeah, a lot of stuff heading out. But yeah, another custom. This is yet again another custom that came with the same guy that did the Hapag Fly custom and the Thompson Fly custom. Absolutely smashed them. I would just say this has got like a little bit of a chip on on the far winglet at the top. You might be able to notice that. Bit unfortunate, but I'm not going to be like overly honestly, I'm not forced. It would be better if it didn't have the little chip, but you know, if it's been painted on or whatever, then it is what it is. But very happy to have this, because it's strange that, you know, Phoenix especially, they did a lot of the special liveries like Haribo and stuff like that, and never actually did a sort of standard livery to it flying the yellow colours, which is a shame really. Would NG do one? I would maybe hope so. Hopefully, again, not the same registration that I've got, but hopefully if they did a TUI flying the yellow scheme, that would be pretty cool. Definitely welcome that. So it's heading out. And then on the remote stand here, a very special visitor. I mean, I'd love to see one of these aircraft from the Las Vegas Sands Corporation in person. Definitely, the livery itself is just outstanding. It's a very classy livery, and I think as soon as you see it, you know instantly what you know, where it's from, who owns it, kind of thing. So once again, this is Las Vegas Sands Corporation, Lockheed 1011 500, registration N3AA-LS. So again, a little bit different type of TriStar. Obviously, we did feature LTU TriStars, and I think I mentioned about them, the very stubby kind of aircraft. The wingspan, you know, probably accommodates for a wide body, but the actual length of the fuselage is very short. Certainly kind of, I mean, probably like an early aircraft. Obviously, as time has gone on through the years, they've advanced and got longer in terms of length. But yeah, very neat, stylish aircraft, especially in this kind of livery. And to be able to see that in a modern day setting would be pretty cool. If anybody's ever been able to see one. Don't matter if it's this 767 or the A340 they've got, or even the 737s they have, or even I think they've got Gulfstreams, I think, as well. It'd just be a privilege. Obviously, Las Vegas is probably the place to go if you really want to see them, where they're based at more often than not. But yeah, these are flying about. You know, a lot of the aircraft are flown about quite out over Europe. Sort of VIP kind of stuff, and I don't think the Lockheed actually made a visit to Palma. Obviously, it's kind of what this airport based on, but I think the A340 did, and maybe the 767. But for this purpose, I kind of included this, just because, you know, I don't think there's any other airport I'd probably feature this with. So yeah, again another nice release from NG there. Very classy that. So yeah, that's it for the update, guys. The next probably, well, including this update, probably the next 3 updates after this, or 4 updates, they will probably all be scheduled on a Friday. So because that'll be my days off, and then after that it will probably interfere a little bit if I'm working nights or whatever. So yeah, the next few updates should be scheduled pretty much on the same day each. Again, thanks for watching, and again, if anybody's interested in any models for sale, then please get in touch. Quite a big list, not just wide body aircraft, but a lot of narrow body aircraft as well, like mostly European stuff. If anybody's, like I said, if you just want to throw in the comments any model you might be looking for in particular, just throw it in there, and I might have it available. But yeah. Again, thanks for watching. Obviously, I think as we progress, just to point out as well, the Air Berlin A330, I'll be featuring quite a few of them, and eventually I'll probably try and look into doing like a full fleet of Air Berlin. That'd be pretty cool to feature. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and as always, I'll see you next time.